Hey guys, it's your clan leader King Bolton here with another video. This time we're gonna show you how to do the Grotesque Guardians, which is the pair of gargoyle bosses on top of the Slayer Tower northwest of Canifis. So this is my basic setup with inventory and gear set. I'm using some mid-level stuff for you guys because most of the guides show like people with max stats, maxed gear, and obviously that's not a true representation of how people with lower stats and lower gear will do. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it with some basic stuff here. Obviously I have 99 range, but my melee stats are pretty average. So you're going to be ranging one of them or mage, but I recommend ranging because its mage defense is much higher than its range, and then you're going to be meleeing one. So obviously these are the two setups, and you could bring dragon boots for the strength bonus, but I prefer the defense bonus, at least for these guys, because they can hit through prayer and you can still get hit pretty hard occasionally. So that's my setup, and that's my inventory setup. The most important thing is make sure you have your rock hammer, because without the rock hammer, same as gargoyles, you won't even be able to kill them. They'll just sit at 0 HP forever and never die. Other than that, that's pretty much the setup there. So you can climb up here, and then I usually just pray mage just so I don't get damage here. And then these stairs will take you to the gargoyles rather. And I guess I should say this before, you can't do this boss off of task. You have to have gargoyles as your slayer task, and you also have to have the brittle key, which you get from these normal gargoyles over here. They have a drop chance of, I think, like around 150, only while you're on task though. So if you kill them just for money, that's not going to count. That you have to be on task, and it took me almost 400 of them, so I had really bad RNG, but I finally got them. So once you do that, you can unlock this gate right here with the brittle key, and if you die in there, you can bring 50,000 GP to this chest, and you can get all your stuff back. But if you die twice, so if you die in there, and then say you die to the aberrant specters while running back to it, your stuff will be lost forever. So make sure to not die a second time while you're running back to the chest. But let's get started here. So we'll go in, and for the first, I think, 5 kills, you just have to ring this bell, and it'll be like a cutscene. But after 5 kills or whatever the threshold is, you can use quick start, which skips the cutscene. For this, I'll do the cutscene just so you guys see what it is, but you'll ring the bell, and then this beautiful little cutscene, and you'll be starting off with range. So I should have my blowpipe equipped right now, but alright. So then make sure to range pot up, and then a good strategy is standing right next to him and praying melee, because this big guy here, he hits with melee and he'll hit pretty damn hard. And his range attacks, even if you take a couple of them, it usually doesn't hurt very bad. But you saw that gray ball he shot out right at the beginning there. That's one of his special attacks. And that'll stun you and do a little bit of damage. I believe it's pretty much the same attack as the superior gargoyle, but just a bigger range. It's usually pretty ineffective. It's usually missed and not even anywhere close to where you're standing, but every once in a while it'll get lucky and hit you. So this is their first move. Once you get the first one to half health, they do those little electric stuff, and this is most important. I always mess this up for my first couple kills. The first attack, you see his wings there, his first attack will always be that, where he covers himself, and it'll shoot you backwards and deal sometimes up to like 35 damage. And those rocks that fall are the other ranged one that disappeared. they make these fall. And they have like a 2x2 area of effect, so if you're standing right next to them, you'll still get hit by it. And they do pretty high damage too, upwards to like 20, 30, and they stun you for a while, which is super obnoxious. But now they come back again and do the electric attack, and then we'll have to finish off the ranged one. And basically, yeah, you just gotta try to dodge these. And this is the most annoying special attack coming up here. He's gonna shoot out 3 purple balls, and you're gonna have to go absorb them. And I got really lucky there. Usually they're not anywhere close to each other. And they do only 2 damage if you get them at first, and then you saw that last one did 10. That's because it had already switched over to the second phase. And yeah, they do more damage each phase. It starts off with 2 damage, and then they grow, and then they go to 10 damage, and then they grow again, and they go to 20 damage. And then if you let them sit there without absorbing them, they go back into Dawn, and they heal for 90 HP. So you're gonna really want to get them, and preferably at the 2 marker, but usually you can't even get all of them. And this is a special attack. You literally just run out of the prison. It's easy. I've never once got caught into that one. You just run out of the jail before it freaking lights on fire, and it'll do. I tested it out one time just to see how much damage it did, and it did 40 damage. But this is the phase where you'll take most of your damage, because this one, now that he has Dusk and Dawn, he is empowered and he can use both melee and ranged, which is the ranged attacks, those purple balls that they shoot out, which they hit every once in a while, but usually every once in a while, if you have really bad RNG, I've lost like 90 HP during this phase alone just because he hits me. And you can try to prayer flick, but the melee hits harder, and I usually just... So yeah, here's a special attack again, and yeah, you just run out of it. That's it. It's the easiest one. I wish every one of their special attacks was that easy, but unfortunately, that's not how it works. But yeah, this is pretty much it. 1,350 XP for Slayer, which is super good. And despite there being 2 of them, they still only count as 1 Slayer monster, which is a little weird. But you can just keep doing this as long as you have food. So I'm going to try to do 1 more kill for you guys here. And I'm going to quick start it this time because no point in waiting. But yeah, it's pretty easy. I was expecting it to be much harder than this. And was pleasantly surprised. Their drops, they have like a couple good item, like gold value, but really they're not like crazy good money, unless you get lucky. But I haven't so far. The best rare drop I've had was a damn granite maul, which is obviously not worth like anything. But they do drop a lot of stackable stuff. Like I've gotten like 100k worth of adamant bars in 1 kill before. So like they can drop some stuff. Here, I'll get hit by this one just to show you guys. So yeah, it knocks you back like that. And nope, only 24 that time. But obviously he only ever does that like if you take a while, he'll do it a second time. But most of the time, each of them only use their special 1 time. But obviously, if you take longer to kill them, because my melee stats are all right. They're nothing special, but obviously, if you have slightly lower, then it'll take a while, and you could potentially get hit with it a couple times. But as soon as his wing starts to glow, you just need to run away. And then once his wings cover his face again, that's when you're good to attack him again. Otherwise, oh man, that one was crowding me there. But yeah, it's honestly not too bad. On mobile, these fucking balls are tricky sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting hit pretty hard from them. If you do this on PC, it's way easier, but oh, almost got hit by that one too. Man, they're not messing around this kill. But yeah, every once in a while, I'll get the way you get hit the worst is if that gray special attack hits you right after he shoots out the purple balls, because then you're stunned and you're pretty much always gonna have to get him at 10 or 20 HP at that point. And that's happened to me 2 or 3 times. It's not very often, but it definitely hurts when it does happen. So I'm gonna finish off this kill for you guys, and now you might even be able to hear a siren going off. I'm not sure. It's nothing serious. But yeah, so that has been my little short tutorial for you guys. Hopefully it helps you out. At most, I think I've gotten 4 or 5 kills a trip. But when I first started, I was only getting 2 or 3. So don't feel bad if you are only getting 1 or 2 kills a trip when you first start doing it, because it took me a little while to get it down. Now every once in a while, when I'm actually like super focused and paying attention, I can only use like 1 or 2 food to kill. But almost always I mess up a little bit, just because, I mean, I've only gotten, this will be my 29th kill so far, so it's not like I'm a professional yet. But I just wanted to give you guys a video before I got good at it, just to give you an idea of how it's actually going to play out. But yeah, hopefully this works for you guys, and hopefully you can kill these guys. But thanks for watching, and let me know what you think.